Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Just sitting here out here in my front yard, enjoying a little bit of fresh air, and thought I would do a video. I was thinking earlier, there's days where I probably see 30 different reasons in one day why people can't do the raw vegan lifestyle. And it's just, it's amazing. It all boils back to one thing mostly. Most of them are excuses. I mean, I'm sorry, there are some challenges out there, there's some real things, but the number one reason people can't do the raw vegan lifestyle, and let me go ahead and preempt anybody that's going to tell me, if you want to do the raw vegan lifestyle, there's always some wise ass that'll tell you, I don't want to be raw vegan. Well, then why would you watch a video? But anyhow, there's it's just like people keep just coming up with a list. It can be really frustrating sometimes if you get into a discussion in a forum or in a group, and it's like you're pouring you're testing your brain, and people ask questions, and you come up with something. Well, I can't do that because, and then you come up with something else. Well, I can't do that because, and then you come up with something else, and you're like, well, I can't just lay this whole thing out for you. You got to figure out how to make it work yourself. And I'll tell you how it's not going to work, and I'll tell you why it doesn't work for most people, because if you tell yourself that you can't do this raw vegan lifestyle, you can't do this raw vegan lifestyle. If you don't think you can do it, you can't do it. Most people are just psyching themselves out with this whole thing. That's basically what it is. All these different various reasons, and yeah, there's certain things out there, and then sometimes if there's too many reasons, and if you're going to argue with me and say, oh no, I've got this valid reason, this valid reason, this valid reason, and this valid reason, well then maybe you're not supposed to do raw vegan where you are. I mean, it's just like I talk about that all the time on here. It's simple for me. I got to keep things simple. I ain't got that much left upstairs. And it's problem solving. Life is, always remember what I tell you, life is problem solving. That's all it is. Everything in life is pretty much problem solving. So you figure out what isn't working for you and you correct it. If you're going to just look for reasons, or if people are going to look for reasons why they can't do this lifestyle, well, perhaps you've got to ask yourself, like, why are you looking for these reasons? And especially if you see other people that are succeeding on this lifestyle that have similar circumstances, similar location, whatever, then you've really got to look. You got to soul search a little bit. As I'm getting towards the end of the year, I get a little bit more thoughtful into things, and it's like I'm saying, I really wish people would grasp this a little bit more. Doing this lifestyle, and I do mostly on the raw vegan lifestyle, but for me, it's just if you're eating a clean plant-based lifestyle, either one, whatever your thing is. But if you want to do it, you will find a way to do it. It's that simple, and it's not about the method. It's not about some program. I must repeat myself. I don't know why people keep watching these videos, because I kind of just repeat myself over and over and over. But it's not about the next program. And I know there's going to be a gazillion programs and detailed things that come out after the holidays to get you back on the righteous path, when in the end, all you need to do is what I posted on Instagram this morning. I made a smoothie, and since I was not feeling well the other day, I've just got, my stomach was a little off too, not much, and as my appetite's been coming back, I've just had simple smoothies the last couple of days. Yesterday afternoon and today, I just had bananas and spinach. So I took a photo before I blended my banana and spinach smoothie this morning, and I posted it a couple places, Instagram and in a group or two, talking about how this is raw vegan. Don't ask me any more questions. This is raw vegan. This is how you do it. That is not complicated. I put bananas and I put spinach in a blender and I put water in there. I don't know if you can't eat bananas. I don't know. I eat bananas. I have to eat bananas. They're the base of what I do. If you don't eat bananas, then you got to look for another method, and you got to look for somebody that is doing this lifestyle without bananas. But for the most part, most people eat bananas. You can get spinach or kale, and that's it. A green smoothie. Eating fruit, eating greens, a healthy amount of fat. I leave out the oils. I don't use salt very much. I've used sea salt from time to time, and it works for me. It works, and it's an easy lifestyle because I've worked my way through it and gotten to the other side where this is all I want. I told somebody not too long ago, and I think I said that in a video. It's not like I'm like some disciplined person, or I'm just like, existing on what I eat. I'm happy with everything I eat, and that's the transformation right there. That's the biggest transformation of all on this lifestyle, is when you get to that place where you're not trying, you're not thinking about it, you're not studying it, you're not doing this or that, you're simply doing it because that's what your body craves. You've gotten your body back more to its natural place where it's craving whole foods. You know, once again, I'm not going to beat the raw vegan thing in the ground. If you're eating a clean, plant-based, whole food diet, you know, God bless you. You're doing well. You're doing well. But if you want to go raw, I'm always, and you know, this is applicable to a lot of different things. It's not just about going raw vegan or reasons why you can't be raw vegan, do raw vegan, eat raw vegan, whatever. This is about anything. Pretty much most things in life, you will figure out a way if you want to do it bad enough. And you got to put a little effort into it. And, you know, that's basically it. That's basically it right there. But that's the reason people can't do this lifestyle. It's not any super complications, this or that. It's people that just they're not paying attention. Sometimes you really have to pay attention. Emulate successful people. I mean, that's business advice. That's stuff I've heard since the 80s, since before most of you were even born. You know, that was some of that kind of cheap self-help business stuff back in the 80s, but it made sense. When, you know, like that had to do with successful people back then. But if you see somebody that's successful at anything, emulate what they're doing. It's very simple. Sometimes when somebody will ask me a question, I just want to say, okay, I got a playlist over there. If you want to know anything about me, I got a playlist. What I ate today, what I eat in a day. I've put, I don't know how many are on there. I've done a number over the time I've had this channel, so that's it. If you want to know how Jack does raw vegan, go check out my What I Eat Today playlist, and that's it in a nutshell. And I will finish it there, and I will keep the message simple. But if this lifestyle doesn't work for you, you sometimes have to look inside yourself and stop blaming these external forces and things that are happening and reasons, and look for ways to make it work for you. Anyhow, just my 2 cents worth. Hope you guys like this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll hit that subscribe button and come back for more, and I hope you're having a wonderful week. Love you guys. Peace.